friends. I'm Lindsay Morgan, nonprofit resource specialist at the Community Resource EnVision Center. But my friends call me Birdie, and you can too. Welcome to A Little Birdie Told Me, formerly known as the EnVision Center News Podcast. Around here, we share the good stuff happening in North Idaho nonprofits and philanthropy, the stories behind the work, the people making it happen, and the little things I'm hearing that are making a big difference in our community. So stay tuned for a bird's eye view of the true heart of our community. Today, we are joined by Michele Murphree, who is not only a good buddy of mine and a great community connector, but she was recently recognized as Volunteer of the Month by Sandpoint Chamber of Commerce. So we have her here today to talk about community-centered volunteerism and what it looks like in practice.
Oh, great. That's my favorite thing.
Yes, I knew it. So welcome, Michele. Thanks for being
Lindsay.
here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. It seems really straightforward to me because I know you about why you like to put your heart into what you do as a volunteer in this community. But if you wouldn't mind just introducing yourself a little bit, tell us about your background and how you kind of got into the heart of volunteerism.
Yeah, man.
It's kind
of a change. Yeah. We moved up here 25 years ago, and I can't believe it has been that long. And actually, I was talking to somebody that's a local. I'm like, 25 years. That must qualify as being a local. Nah, not yet. So
no. When's the cutoff? Is
we're
it 26
still
years?
working on it.
Okay.
So I love hearing everyone's stories about how we got to Sandpoint, Idaho, to northern Idaho.
Okay.
It seems like everybody has a story.
Mm-hmm.
So my husband was a park ranger in San Diego. And, here's a push for volunteering.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
So I had gotten back from the Himalayas, and I was like, okay, I've done so much hiking, I should, give back. And I've done that here and there with little things, but that was like, I really want to be a part of this. And so he was my supervising park ranger when we were building trails and doing habitat restoration. So that's a plug for service there.
Absolutely.
I mean, really, it's like, if you do something like that, you're working with people that already want to contribute to the community.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I look back, my husband and I have different stories. He thinks that we completely planned every step of moving to North Idaho. And honestly,
like a part of a life plan, so to speak.
I guess. I mean, I can't believe the courage that it was to just leave our jobs, sell the house, come up here with our 2 cats. We lived at Super 8 for a little while, until we found a place. And my story was, I was an attorney in San Diego, and I worked for a federal judge on the Ninth Circuit and then the chief judge of the Southern District. So we were the busiest court in the nation,
Yes,
and
no doubt.
Oh, my gosh. We were getting death threats all the time.
Oh, gosh.
Blah, 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 this and that, And so it's like, here we go. Got to evacuate again. And do you remember those lay travel stores they used to have in the 90s?
No, tell me
really
more.
dating myself. So it's just a store, and they would have different things, just really she like, travel here and go there. And so I was just standing out there waiting to get back into my office, and I was like, I'll look in there. North Idaho, what do you think? Lots of hiking.
Was it like a travel agency kind of a thing?
Yeah.
That gave you information about different places?
Yeah, like kind of like a banana republic of the travel.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So,
yeah.
So up we came, and I just, I still don't know how it really happened, but this place is just so magical in this community. And I was thinking, well, I'm a lawyer. What can I really, I was reading the book, and it's like, people have farms and they grow this. And it's like, I don't know how to do any of that stuff.
It's a very different landscape from San Diego, right?
Yeah.
A little less sunshine as well,
oh my
I'm afraid.
gosh, what a special, wonderful place we live in.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. So when we moved here, I was super fortunate one of my very first friends was Lois Wythe. I don't know if you've ever heard of Lois.
Tell me more.
Oh, she started the farmers market.
Oh, really?
The Quaker church. Wow. And so she was all about teaching what she had so that they, people, she had this little cottage where she had all of these meetings, workshops and cookie exchanges. And that's where,
sounds fun.
Oh, she was amazing. Oh my gosh. I mean, just to get to meet her and call her a friend was...
No doubt.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where the school garden idea started, was at one of her
Okay.
cookie exchanges.
Okay.
I had just retired from Rock Creek Alliance, and a friend of mine said, what do you think if we, just put in the garden at Northside Elementary? And I thought, well, that's not going to be very much work. There's probably going to be a couple girls that attend, and,
Thought it would be like a small, easy, great idea.
Sure.
Yeah.
Know nothing about gardening, but what the heck?
Really? With all the gardening you do
No.
now, okay?
Yeah, so Lois was a big gardener, and she had,
Okay.
like the garden on the roof of her house. And,
Wow.
yeah, so 16 gardens later, that
Oh my
was kind of the
gosh.
start of that. So
Okay, and you're still doing community garden work.
yeah,
Yes?
yeah.
Okay, so that was kind of your gateway.
That was.
It was your gateway into
It
volunteering in our
was.
area.
Oh my gosh. So my husband then was a juvenile probation officer. And it's like he had all these young kids on his caseload. And it's like, if you get the kids in there, if you get them eating healthy, and it was just such a joy because the kids really took to the gardening, like I love kale, I love chard. And it was just the start of just something that's been just so much fun. I think that just kind of directly impacts our kids.
Absolutely. So a lot of my history is working in the court system prior to my
Okay.
nonprofit work.
Right.
Including being a probation officer.
That you were a
I
probation
was,
Oh, I
yes,
didn't
in
know
Kootenai
that.
County I was.
Oh, okay.
But then evolving into working in the nonprofit sector, working with Fosterful, that is helping at-risk youth. And really, I can see the benefit of that exposure to something of learning to do something with your hands that is positive and a distraction, quite frankly, from any other things. I can see the value in that, and not just
Right.
youth, but I can see how that was a great idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know. Did you work with CASA? Were you dealing with youth primarily? Or
It was kind of a parallel mission to CASA, in that really just wanting to support the foster youth and the families that they go to, right? And just helping them with resource connections and helping with those tough times when they're waiting in their social workers' offices, waiting to be placed or
Oh my
some other thing.
gosh.
And so really seeing the other organizations and all about partnerships, which is truly the lifeline of your work, I feel like, is partnerships. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, absolutely.
So when I
Absolutely.
say community-centered volunteerism, and I kind of made that up, to be honest with you.
I like it.
I don't know if it's a thing.
Say community-centered.
Community-centered volunteerism.
I love that.
But you are such in my mind, a illustration of what that looks like. So if I say that to you, what does it mean to you to be a community-centered volunteer? Not to put you on the spot.
Yeah,
but here I am
no.
putting you on the spot.
I love it. That's I think the most magical thing when you think I would tell you something about the animal shelter. That's a cool story, but
yes.
a surprise, so I better not say it.
Okay.
Anyways, but just finding and it just seems to happen sometimes. It's like, that would work good with that organization, and if they did that. And it's just really come to fruition. I love that. The other thing I love is that I think people really want to be a part of something and want to contribute, but they just don't know how to. And it's a little intimidating to just call an organization out of the blue and hey, can I come by and help? And, our nonprofits are so busy, and sometimes that takes more work for the nonprofit to find something, So putting together these projects that I'm working on now is sort of Sandpoint, is I want the volunteers to have a good experience, and the nonprofits is always on my mind that we actually want to come help. You know what I mean? I don't want to put it on you to have something for us. Yeah.
So you're really a good bridge between those folks that are interested in lending a hand to an organization or a mission or the community at large, really, and the organizations, and understanding how, we're running on, we're overworked, underpaid kind of thing, right?
I'm definitely underpaid to, that it's free.
It is volunteerism, right? And so you don't get a paycheck at the end of the day. And so you understand that to be able to help people get access to serving truly with their hearts in something that matters to them.
Yeah, exactly.
And that makes sense to me. But how would you, if someone is curious about volunteering or they want to get started in something, what do you think is the first step to exploring what they want to work on?
I mean, you guys have fabulous events. The library is a fantastic resource. Everything that they're doing. So these Serve Sandpoint projects, the first one with Cedar Hills was in 2024. And they talked to me and said, hey, can you find some service projects for 200 people? I'm like, okay. And they're like, well, it's going to be on a Sunday. And I'm like, oh, that's great. And what's our budget? Nothing.
$0 0 cents.
I know. So I think I called Katie or emailed Katie Cox of Connexu Land Trust and Debbie Love of the Food Bank. And I was like, I am here after just saying, like, I don't want to put work on nonprofits. I was like, I am begging you, please give me a project. And I was surprised that a lot of people were, okay, we've got this. And so
they were open to it.
Yeah. And we ended up having 18 service projects in the community and 400 volunteers.
Wow.
So that was something.
And you coordinated that.
Yeah. So we're doing that again this year. So I've got all the projects in place. We're looking for volunteers. Anyone that is interested in volunteering, here's a great place for that.
Yes.
Please go to Cedar Hills website. It's been a lot slower this year with the amount of volunteers that are signing up, I think, because people, just have so much going on in their lives. And I think that it's a way to let our community know about what's going on in our community.
Sure, like to volunteer and to get involved. You actually learn about what kind of makes a community tick, so to speak. And the Cedar Hills group, a little birdie told me.
Oh, yeah?
That's why we're calling this podcast A Little Birdie Told Me, because a little birdie has told me that you have another great group ready to serve, and that's what you were talking about.
Right.
And what will that look like this year?
Oh, gosh, some of the projects, I think I may know who the little birdie was, but some of our projects, it's just, I have so much fun putting together the projects because I'll just go and meet with the nonprofits and hear, oh, that's a good idea. And I had a great opportunity of meeting Robin Rawlings, who's the new executive director of Habitat for Humanity.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. She's got so many wonderful ideas. And
she does.
She knows how to put them together, too. So she's going to do fantastic things with that organization.
Oh, sorry.
No,
cut
go
you
ahead.
Off there.
No.
We did have her on the podcast, and we didn't have enough time almost to talk about her great ideas.
Oh.
And so it was addicting
Yes.
to listen to more. But she did mention something about getting the community together for kind of a cleanup project for veterans. Is that kind of how it started?
I think it's just more like a community there's a community in Kootenai that has a number of beautiful Habitat for Humanity homes.
Okay, yes.
So Robin is going to contact the owners and, oh, do you need your lawn mowed? Do you need blah, 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 little fix-it repairs. They also do, they build the homes, which is fantastic.
Yes.
Well, I'll go back to that. But we're going to go there and just have a work day.
Okay.
What do you need? And then we're going to have, I guess it's called a long table. I had never heard of that before.
Yes.
Where we're just going to have a potluck with all of our volunteers, probably be about 30 volunteers and the homeowners. And we'll just sit and have a meal.
Wow.
And when I started working on this project in December, and that's the second sort of Sandpoint that we're doing, and it's on June 14th. The long table thing kept coming up all the time. And I was like, this is super interesting that people are mentioning this. And I never considered it. It's like, okay, we're going to work. We got to work. And it's like, oh, maybe we can sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
So the Teen Center was doing the same thing. We'll have a service project with the teens, and then we'll sit down and have a meal. I don't know if that's going to happen, but they were talking about the benefit that gives to teens. And they're feeding like hundreds of teens every day.
Yeah.
But, having that at home, in the morning, that it is really a key factor for success.
Absolutely.
And I'd never heard that. And I mean, they know what they're doing there. I was on the board of Food for Our Children, and we would give weekend food bags to children in the elementary schools. And that was probably, over 300. This was a couple of years ago that I did it, 300 bags per weekend. And then you get to the middle school, and there's 4 bags, because of the stigma. But they've really got this figured out because hundreds of teens are going there for meals.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Without the stigma, and they're truly gaining something from that connection in the community and
right.
over a meal.
Yeah.
I grew up in the 90s where that was a big deal. We always had
Really?
dinner at the dinner table.
Yeah.
And then when I was becoming a parent later, I really wanted to instill at least that chance to connect in the day. And the table has changed over the years.
Oh, I
but
love
the idea
that.
of connecting with your children, and even maybe it's the neighbor kid that night.
Right.
It's really, I've seen it be very beneficial. So it makes sense to
Yeah.
me.
And it just seems so heartfelt,
Absolutely,
and
yeah,
just
very
like,
intentional almost
Yeah.
to really sit down. And it
Right.
forces people like you to sit down, Michelle. How do you feel about
Oh,
that?
I know.
Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, I love that. And I won't talk the whole time either. I'll just sit
I
and
hope you
listen
do,
and take
because
it
I love
in.
to hear your stories. So let me ask you, with all of the different things and the different projects and the different ways that you have lent your time and your heart, and I know you do work with veterans and you do work with youth this way, like you mentioned, the Food for Our Children and Habitat for Humanity this way. And I mean, we could list, there's so many things that you are involved with, the community gardens.
Yeah.
What is it that drives that work for you? What is it for Michelle that really makes you want to engage?
Yeah. I didn't know what I was going to do when we moved here. My husband got a job right away, and we were out in Sully Valley, and I just felt like, oh, where am I? And didn't know anyone.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know every noise, and so I was like, okay, no more law. That's it.
Okay.
And we had taken a hike up to Cliff Lake in the Cabinets. And the person who was leading the hike was like, yeah, that's the lake that's going to be drained by the mine. I was like, the what? My husband and I, this is the most beautiful place we've ever been.
Yeah.
So I started volunteering with Rock Creek Alliance. And, it's just our community. It's easy, actually, to put these projects together. And I love seeing just the joy that people get when they're contributing. The gardens, then that was just fun. And that led to being on the board of Food for Our Children. And,
Okay.
it's interesting with Food for Our Children, when I first started giving presentations, talk about, one out of 5, maybe it's 1 out of 4 now, the kids that don't have access to sufficient food. And people are like, I don't think so. It really surprised me. Like, no, we have every need in our community met. And it's like well, maybe backyard. Not. Yeah, let's talk about it, I guess, having the conversation. There's so many different ages and types of people and experiences that are, cleaning up the senior center. We're going to be there.
Great.
And people were riding their bikes by last time, like, go Cedar Hills. And so, yeah.
So really, it sounds like you don't realize what really is in your backyard, so to speak, until you're actually working in your backyard.
Right.
And making those connections with people and listening to their stories. And so really, to not be intimidated if there is and truly, we have so many great causes in our area,
gosh,
right?
I know.
There's anything you can choose from.
Yeah.
But a great gateway could be working with Cedar Hills Church maybe on a day like Serve Sandpoint. Is that what it's called?
Serve Sandpoint. So it's from 9 to noon.
Okay.
And we just go out and work on projects that I've put together. So there's 18, and they're all on Cedar Hills website under Serve Sandpoint.
Oh, good. Okay. So that's how people can reach out to get involved.
Yeah. Okay. Or they can reach out directly to me. Whatever works. But right now I'm looking for volunteers. We really need volunteers. So it's, Kinnicksu Land Trust, Bonner Homeless Transitions, the Teen Center, Senior Center, the Animal Shelter, just a wide variety and just the joy of seeing people get together and have this super wonderful experience is like, wow, that's the payback for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
and working
why you
with the veterans too.
The veterans, you do
the
a lot of their
VFW.
works.
I love those guys so much. Last year was our 10th annual wood cutting event at their woodlot. So providing wood to veterans over the winter. So we'll be doing it again this year. That is a really fun project. Just, oh my gosh, what a team of people. When I first started it, it was me, Sage Dixon, who you probably were working with, maybe with the foster, and one other guy, just out in the woods with chainsaws, And
dear.
Now I know. How did this happen? Where am I? I love him. He's been so generous with this whole project, with his time. And so there was one guy, a veteran, that was like, I can't do the wood cutting anymore with my back, and he's like, but I know how to barbecue. So the next time he drove in on a trailer with the little barbecue, attached on it, and he does know how to barbecue. So each year we kind of try and outdo ourselves. Tom Lindley, the veteran service officer, he provides the lunch now, which is really nice. But I'm like on dessert. So last year, we're out in the field. There's no electricity or anything. I had banana splits. And so this year I have to come up with an idea. So if anybody has a really fancy idea, let me know.
This is great. This is great.
So
I can't wait to see what comes out of this. And everything else you do. I mean, you truly are like a Sandpoint sweetheart, I like to say. Even if someone somewhere doesn't consider you a local after 25 years, we'll accept you.
Okay. And the EnVision Center, what a privilege it is to work with you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, my gosh. I am so just impressed with everything that you do, and you do it in the right way. And so here's a gathering of people like me. There's hundreds of people out in the community that are doing super good work,
Yeah.
I just have a couple projects that I really love. And that's the thing when you meet each other, and I love strategizing, oh yeah, we could do that. That would be fun. And
we're so lucky to have you.
Oh,
in this
and you as well.
You're such a sweetheart.
I was thinking I met you the day before Was it at the Health Coalition meeting, maybe?
It
or-
might have been.
I think so.
Actually.
And
Yeah.
the Festival of Trees, the Family Day was the next. Oh, so you were out there greeting everyone.
I was.
And then you walk into the hive and it's like, oh, wow, this is something else. So
we have a lot of
goodness.
fun putting that on.
Oh, you guys I can't say enough nice things about all that you do. And,
You're so sweet.
This is what did you say, a community sweetheart?
That's
okay,
you.
So that's you as well. We'll have T-shirts.
You are welcome
made
here anytime.
Oh my
T-shirts
gosh.
made. I love it.
But it's fun. And our community really steps in when needed,
I have
So,
seen that.
Yeah.
And it is because of people like you with those hearts to give.
Well,
I've seen
and
that
now
in
we
our
have
community.
a gathering place here
Yeah.
and support and the ideas. I don't know where you guys come up with these, but they're really
Oh
good.
boy, I can't take credit for all those. That's Katie, mostly. She's very vibrant and quick. Speaking of, I like to do a little quick fire round.
Oh
here.
no, okay.
So this is not, do
and
not
it's
overthink.
Not live too, right?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can edit this out if you do
Okay.
anything weird, or if I do anything weird. But just a quick round of kind of a this or that. So
Okay.
don't overthink it.
Okay.
Just whatever comes to mind.
Oh, how
which would you
funny.
choose, kind of thing. So I'll
Okay.
start easy. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
Coffee or tea?
Oh, tea. No, I don't drink coffee at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm wound up
Okay.
enough. I don't need any caffeine.
So like chamomile and like all that. Okay, so how about volunteer style? Would it be behind the scenes helper or front and center people person? How do you see yourself?
Oh, that's a
behind the
tough
scenes
one.
or front and center?
I guess I do a lot of this just behind the scenes. It's just like, and people ask now which nonprofit do you work for? And I'm like, I really
of them?
don't. Yeah. So no.
Okay. You're kind
so-
of scheming behind the
But
scenes.
I love the whole people saying, yeah, we're doing this. And
Good
sometimes
combo.
it's like rain. We got to rein Michelle in a little bit. But so maybe
Where's my butterfly
a
net?
mixture. Oh, I know.
I love it so much. Okay, so small intimate gathering or big community event?
Well, I guess there's benefits to both of them.
Okay, so that's a combo one too
Yeah,
for you,
combo,
probably.
yeah.
Okay, that's an acceptable answer. And then how about your your ideal weekend? Would it be a morning farmers market or slow coffee and recharging at home?
Oh, I think it's
I guess it wouldn't be coffee; it'd be tea.
getting in the mountains.
Oh,
as
mountains.
much
Okay,
as
getting
we
out in nature.
possibly can.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
We love that, and I love the cabinets, and I love the Selkirks.
Okay,
Those are the most beautiful places I've ever been.
We're very lucky.
Oh,
we
my
are.
Gosh, and there's some really nice places in Canada, in British Columbia, that are
Yes,
just.
not very far from us.
Oh, my
too.
husband and I used to do so much traveling, and it's like, in 2 hours we can, be
Just
up
pop over
there.
the
and-
border.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and we're going back to the Arctic this year too.
Okay. All right, girl.
Oh my gosh.
Get your coat.
We were there, I know, about 3 years ago, and we actually ended up getting stuck up there. There was this terrible storm
Oh,
that
no.
came in. And, we Diane, my husband, doesn't like to travel when other people are traveling, so we always go in the off season.
Oh, sure.
So
Yeah.
You can bet that wherever we're going is always going to have some bad weather. So we thought, we
Okay.
got caught up there. Let's go back.
That was fun.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. We had a little tent, and Diana was like, that is the last time I am ever going to be in a tent. And he stuck with that. So
Okay.
hopefully we're going to go up there and just see the Northern Lights like crazy.
Oh, I can't wait to
That's
hear.
the plan.
And I can't wait to hear about all the other things that you have going on. And I just appreciate your time today to come in and chat with me.
Thank you.
And just all the heart that you put into the work is truly magic. So thank you for
I think
being
we were
such a
friends
delight
right
with
off
us.
the bat.
We were. We're good
and-
buds.
Yeah, and a big, shout out to all these nonprofits and people that run them. And it's hard, coming
Yeah.
up with the money and stuff, and just what a town. And I just do my little part over here, and this, there's so much more out there.
It really is a ripple effect, I can see. So thank you for everything that you've done and continue to do.
Thank you, and thanks for
we'll
having
be in touch,
me.
for sure.
I'll see you soon.
Yes, you will. Well, friends, thanks for listening. I'll be back soon with more of the good news. But in the meantime, you can keep up with us on Facebook, Instagram, and at crecIdaho.com. Until next time.